So you're thinking about moving to La Jolla, California. This is gonna be a special day in one of the best neighborhoods, probably the most well-known neighborhood in San Diego County. Can't wait to share it with you. In this video, we're gonna go through everything La Jolla, what it's like to live here, shop here, walk here, enjoy the beach, and we're gonna, of course, visit some neighborhoods so that you have price points at different ranges and understand exactly what it would take on the real estate side. This is gonna be an amazing day together. We're gonna share the good, the bad, the ugly, everything in between, even the loud music that La Jolla has to offer. So if this is what you're looking for and you wanna know what La Jolla really is like on the ground, not just what you see on TV, stick with me because we're gonna get after it right now. If this is your first time to the channel, I couldn't be more excited because this is genuinely one of the best neighborhoods and probably the most well-known place across San Diego County. So do something first, hit the subscribe button, tap that bell for notifications, and make sure you're the first to know of any changing market conditions across San Diego County, and especially right here in La Jolla. And every single day, people just like you are sending us text messages, phone calls, emails, looking to make the move right here to La Jolla or across San Diego. So if that's you and you're making the move in 9 days, in 9 months, I don't care if it's 9 years, go ahead, get in touch with us, and we're gonna be very happy to help you make that smooth move to San Diego and answer any and all your questions. So now let's jump in and take a look at beautiful La Jolla, California, and you're gonna get a sense not of what you just see all over TV and all that. You're gonna get a sense of what it's really like on the ground, and we're gonna get after it. All right, guys, so we're gonna make our way down to the La Jolla Cove. That's this big park. It's a big, beautiful park down here called the La Jolla Cove, and we're walking just past a lot of great shopping. La Jolla, especially, by the way, just back behind me, this is called the Village, and we're walking to the Cove. So the La Jolla Village has some of the best restaurants, shopping, and just general kind of small town walkable atmosphere, but in what's known as the crown jewel of all of San Diego, which is La Jolla. That's what it translates to. So great little breakfast spot right here, by the way, the Cove House. And while the food is good, the atmosphere is amazing. Okay, so stick with me. I'll tell you where the good food is, where you're just paying for atmosphere, and where it's worth it to do so, because sometimes it is. So right now we're gonna jump down there and I'll pick up the video as soon as we get to the Cove and we'll walk through. Also, it's a huge day for the waves. Beautiful big waves today, so we'll grab a look at those. All right, we're making our way through Ellen Browning Scripps Park. She's one of the founders of La Jolla, kind of just one of those old La Jolla families. And so we're gonna make our way down through here. By the way, I've never actually referred to it as by that name. Everyone, if you're actually talking to people in San Diego, we just call it the Cove. So when you hear about people talking about getting down to the Cove, this is what they're referring to. It's a beautiful place. And you'll notice these trees, which are super nostalgic for me, just as a kid growing up. We would come out here and the hours spent climbing on those trees, just really, really, really good memories. So I'm gonna walk down to the beach because there's actually just larger waves than normal. We have good surf in San Diego. You'll see surfers out on the water every single day of the year, and that's literal 365 days a year, including any storms, anything. There's people out there, but a little bit of extra action today. Look at the size of the swell today. It's pretty awesome. So this is actually a really nice vantage point for us to just talk about where we are geographically. And I'll probably tell you about what's up the coast right here. From right where I'm standing right now to the airport, you're talking about, 18-ish minutes, not far at all. It's really, really close to downtown, really close to the airport. Now, the way La Jolla is situated, it's really quick and easy to get south, okay, so the downtown area. If you're trying to get north, it's a little bit slower because you have to weave through a number of streets until you eventually make your way to the 5. But there's much quicker access if you're looking to get south, and except unfortunately there's just not a northbound access at that point. But anyway, what I wanted to show you right here, and just look at these. It gives you a sense for why it's called the Cove. It's just beautiful. But so right there, if you've ever heard of Torrey Pines, okay, Torrey Pines Golf Course, those cliffs right there, right perched on top of them, that's where Torrey Pines is, and that's actually where UCSD is, one of the premier universities, not just in San Diego, but in the state of California, and really one of the premier public institutions in the entire country in the UC system, perched right up there, located in La Jolla. So really beautiful location for the school. Just look at this wave, it's awesome. So normally you'd actually see a lot more surfers out here. Today, rightfully so, they're being a little bit cautious. So if you look at where those big cliffs are, there's also just kind of tucked over here on this corner of it, and we're going to get down there later in the video. That's where La Jolla Shores is. So one of the best and most well-known neighborhoods for living within La Jolla, and one of the most family-friendly beaches is right there. So we'll definitely go and visit that today. And then as you go across the coastline, moving north, okay, that's where we're moving. Where you see my hand moving, it's going north up that way. Then you have Del Mar, you have Solana Beach, and moving on north on a clear day, I could see as far as Carlsbad. I could see as far as the Orange County on a genuinely clear day. So really a beautiful place. And this location right here, if you take a look at this park that we're at, this is somewhere where picnics are happening on a regular basis. By the way, I'm here early on Friday morning, guys, so, or it's not that early. It's actually about noon right now. Time got away from me. So, but this, on any given weekend, you're gonna see a lot of families out here, Frisbee games, it's beautiful. Kind of get a peek of the shores right through there. And again, we're gonna visit that. And then this hotel, I wanna just point this out really quickly. This hotel over here, if you're looking to visit La Jolla and you just need, or you're maybe coming to San Diego County to figure out what the right neighborhood is, but you wanna stay in a really beautiful place, that's the Valencia Hotel. So there's two Valencias, okay? One of them's in Rancho Santa Fe. This is in La Jolla. Go there, order a whaler, by the way. It's a classic drink they have. You'll love it. And it's beautiful views. If you happen to be here on the 4th of July, right where I'm standing, massive, unbelievable fireworks will go off. And you just hang out right up there at the hotel. It's an incredible experience. Probably the best 4th of July I've ever had. So I recommend it. Okay, that's a look at the Cove. That's a look at these gigantic, beautiful waves. And now we're gonna head up. We're gonna take a look at the shopping. We're gonna go through what's known as Prospect Street. That's probably the most well-known street in La Jolla is Prospect, so we're gonna walk that. I'll show you what that's all about. We'll look at more of the shopping on the off streets, and then we're gonna shoot off to not only La Jolla Shores, but also Bird Rock, a beautiful neighborhood, and then we'll go take a look at some houses. So stick with us, that's what we're gonna do now. All right, just by pure chance and coincidence, we ended up here on this amazing high swell, like just bigger wave day, as I mentioned earlier. So first of all, you get another more sense of why this is called the Cove, but check out the surfers in the water and look at these massive waves that they're going after. So pretty cool. Wow. And there, in fact, tons of, well, you see all the people up here taking it in also. So it's kind of a treat that we're filming today. All right, guys, so we are again going to go to the La Jolla Shores. I just thought this would be a good place to quickly stop and just point that out, that this building behind me, this red building. First of all, you'll notice gigantic waves are happening behind me. Over there, waves are calm. That's a family beach. So if you're visiting, go to La Jolla Shores with the kids. That building, the red building I wanted to point out here really quickly, that's the La Jolla Beach and Tennis Club. So if you're looking for a private beach experience, a beach club, that's really pretty much the only one across San Diego County, at least the only one I'm aware of. There is a club over at the Bay if you want a Bay club, but that beach club right there is definitely one that you'd want to check out if you're looking for that experience. There are other options that are similar-ish, like the Point Loma Yacht Club as an example, but that's a unique experience in that it's just a place to go, hit the beach, none of the hassles, right, with schlepping everything over and the kids, and just show up, park, enjoy the day, get pampered, and leave. Of course, it's going to be reflected in the price. So that one's on you, but I did want to point out La Jolla Beach and Tennis Club as we work our way up here to Prospect. Right behind me here, Bronkton Villa. That is just a really good special breakfast spot. So, good spot, get the balcony seat, you'll enjoy it. Get a sense for what's happening here behind me. It's a beautiful place. Can get a little congested though, by the way. As you can see, especially this street right here along the water, it can get congested. Also, I guess if you want to talk about some of the negatives to La Jolla, just access in and out. So it's an amazing place to be. And a lot of people live here, work here, spend their time here, play here, all that. But if you're going to be a lot of in and out, and especially if that in and out is not you going south, if it involves you going north, you're going to need to think about it a little bit, because it will absolutely add time to your commute. There are areas that are further away from some destinations that you'll want to get to, that you can still get there a lot faster because you don't have to deal with the La Jolla congestion. There's really only a couple of ways in and out, and so it's not, from that point of view, the most convenient, even though it has an incredibly central location. So just more beauty every time we turn. Look at this. So it's fun, man. You live in San Diego, you visit La Jolla, and all of a sudden you're on vacation, right? It's just kind of one of those experiences, and that's a special thing. Not a lot of cities have that. So certainly, while I'm always going to keep it real on these videos, let you know the good, the bad, the ugly, just like it's promised, there's no doubt about it. The good outweighs the bad probably 10, 20 times without a question. Just give you another beautiful view. Look at this. Just the natural beauty of the place. It's awesome. So, all right, now we're really gonna head up to Prospect. Haven't been trying to slow play you. Haven't been, I just keep bumping into things I want to show you along the way. But that's the nature of this video. So I want you to really see these little streets and the little kind of just those things that most people don't get to see or experience until they're actually here, as opposed to if you're just, searching images online or whatever you might be doing. So with that, next time you see me, I promise, not gonna fail you this time. We'll be on Prospect Street, going through the shopping, the restaurants, and showing you the life right up here. All right, welcome to famed and well-promised Prospect Street. This is awesome. By the way, just this designer, if you're looking for beautiful coastal design, it's hard to beat AGK. So they're great. Definitely would recommend you stop in there. You'll see just right behind me all these little boutiques, and you can't really, it's kind of the type of place where every time I come here, there's just something new, right? Or you always notice something different. It is just beautiful. So get a sense for all the little shopping. A lot of Eddie V fans, by the way, right across the country. So if you are an Eddie V's fan, there's the La Jolla flagship. I think it's great, by the way, don't get me wrong. I think it's an amazing, beautiful place, but it is, as far as Eddie V's goes, I'd rather eat something local, and there's plenty of it throughout all of La Jolla. So in any case, not a bad view. You see what's behind it, and you'll definitely enjoy it if you go there. But in a moment, we're approaching my favorite spot, where I absolutely don't just recommend it, like I would ask you, plead with you to go. It's called George's on the Cove. I'm gonna sneak up there, see if they'll let us film a little bit up there. They might not, by the way, and they're really nice people, so don't take it to make any conclusion about if they ask us to stop. A lot of businesses just don't like you filming inside their place because they don't know what you're up to, and I haven't asked permission, but we're gonna go up there and at least sneak a peek for you. So we'll get some footage over at George's, but just gives you a sense, right? Rancho roasters right here, local coffee, really just great local feel. In fact, I'm gonna grab one. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. I just love a black coffee if that's good with you.
Sweet, yeah.
All right, they're making my espresso while we're waiting here for a quick moment. You'll notice the mountain just right there. That's Mount Soledad. So we're looking at the north side of Mount Soledad, and it is where you have some of the most amazing views in all of San Diego County. In fact, we're gonna make sure that we get out to the Mount Soledad cross, and that's kind of a controversial element for years and years in San Diego County. Not for most of us, by the way. Most people, regardless of faith or background or anything, just love it because it's beautiful. But of course, there's always, some people bring stuff up about how it shouldn't be there. I'm taking you there anyway because I love it. And you'll see, though, that Mount Soledad, that really determines, depending on where you are. So if you're on this side of it that you can see right now, which is this north side, okay? So if you're facing north on Mount Soledad, you probably have fairly good access to in and out of La Jolla. So you can be on the other side of Mount Soledad, and all of a sudden it adds 10, 12 minutes to your commute, and it just becomes a lot harder. You're sort of like stuck in the middle, kind of almost a no man's land, where you could escape by going south through Pacific Beach. You could, of course, go north and get onto the 5 past La Jolla shores, but it is just not necessarily very convenient. kind of have to go one way or the other, and it's always a little bit of a wind, as opposed to if you're on this side of it, it's going to be really nice and quick. La Jolla Shores, again, that's probably the fastest in and out beach location in La Jolla, unless of course when we go visit Bird Rock, where you'll see that that's quick, but it's only quick if you go south via Pacific Beach. It's a ways away if you want to get back over here. So it's La Jolla, you'll find is stretched across 7 miles of coastline here north and south in San Diego County. But again, if you're living, working, spending a lot of your time here, absolutely worth it. If you have a commute that is not the traditional commute, so you maybe are going a little bit against traffic, it could be really okay. If you're going to be caught in that rush hour traffic every single day, you do have to give it a little bit of a second thought, and of course talk to your agent or talk to a local about that, and they'll give you all the information on it. Of course, that's what we're here for. We'll make it easy for you. All right, espresso ready. Not just saying this. It's good.
Okay,
yeah, it's good. It's really good. Let's find out if that cookie's soft. Oh, it's soft.
Oh, really?
It's soft. Let's see.
Yay!
All right, you want the review? Here's the review. Espresso gets a 9. It's hard to give 10s, but it gets a 9. It's a really good score. The cookie, really good cookie. I'm gonna give it a. I'm gonna put it in the 7.5-8 range, which is, by the way, awesome. I would buy it again. It's just chocolate chip cookies. I mean, they're special. So, anyway, thank you so much. I'm doing the chocolate croissant next time. I hope you have a good day.
Have a good one.
Bye. So Mary says I took too long over at the coffee spot. She says she could have already have had a drink up here at George's, but all right. So first of all, I want to show you the sign, just so that if you are here, you recognize it. Okay, there's the George's sign. George's on the Cove. It's right here on Prospect. Let's jump up there. I'm gonna be a little quieter, just in case they ask me to stop filming, that I at least have a little bit of footage for you. And this is the best place you could ever come for a sunset. Right now it's not sunset, but for a sunset Bloody Mary. There is no better happy hour in my opinion, at least not a more scenic one, in San Diego County. And then unlike a lot of places where you're paying for the view, the food's actually really good. It's an awesome spot. So I'm swimming up here, and it has that just beautiful San Diego, Southern California feel. The ocean's back here. It's just gorgeous. And I'm going to show you how the view opens up. You'll see Torrey Pines and the cliffs, the whole coastline. It's awesome. I recommend that you visit here. Absolutely. And it's just always got people going because it's always good. So come enjoy it. Even though it gets pretty busy here, I find that it's the type of place where you could pretty usually just walk up, step in, and you can find a seat, whether it be there at a table or maybe you wait at the bar a little bit and then they'll give you one. So that's George's on the Cove, and let's keep working up Prospect. All right, give me a second, really quick. I've never been able to walk past this Haagen-Dazs my entire life since I was a kid and not jump in there, so I'm gonna go get a sundae. You know, I don't think these videos are very good for my health. I take pretty good care of myself pretty much all the time. Exercise regularly, and then I get out and do these videos, and oh man, just brings back all the nostalgia of growing up in these beautiful neighborhoods across San Diego County, and especially here in La Jolla. In fact, my wife lived in La Jolla when I met her. This is a place I've just spent so much time over the course of my life. I virtually lived here for years, you know, just with her and that stage of our relationship. And yep, couldn't walk past Haagen-Dazs without getting myself a little something back then. So that habit's still with me. Anyway. All right, so we are walking up right now on the Valencia Hotel. And I mentioned the Valencia Hotel when we were down at the Cove. So La Valencia is probably the best, well, it's for sure the best known hotel in La Jolla. It's a classic place, beautiful place for weddings. It has a great restaurant, great bar. It has a classic drink called the Whaler, which is kind of their signature drink that everyone will come here and have. And I'm just gonna give you a quick look at what this is like. Okay, now it's an older style hotel, so don't expect anything modern. But if you walk in here and come enjoy a drink in this amazing, just old world, beautiful place with the ocean right through that picture window. And of course you can enjoy that drink out here on this balcony, just like all these people are doing right now. It is an amazing place. This is, people say this is the most Instagrammable hotel in San Diego County. And if I come over here to the edge, take a look at the pool below, the coastline all around us. Where's the pool? There it is. And so, very much recommended. And if you're lucky enough to stand right where I'm standing on the 4th of July, right here, I mean, you talk about feeling like there's fireworks in your face, like where you could just feel them exploding. This is that spot. All right, so we're leaving the La Valencia Hotel, which is just here behind me. Morgan Stanley there for you. Of course, there's all the investment banks here, and you can see just all of them. Obviously, for all the natural reasons, this is one of the most expensive places to live in Southern California, and really across the country, right here in La Jolla. I hope you're getting a sense for why. It's beautiful. Now, having said that, there's definitely an array of price points from, say, that low $1 million range up through, you name it, right? 30, 40, $50 million if you're right on the water. But there's a lot. La Jolla is big enough that there is something for a lot of people. I don't want to say for everybody, but for a lot of people, because you have townhomes, you have condos, you have a lot of different options, and of course there's great rental property here as well. So what we're doing now is we're walking up. Okay, so we're walking up away from Prospect, kind of just past some of the more into the heart of what we call the village. And so when you're looking at listings in La Jolla, you might notice that they'll say, "Oh, this is in Windansea," which is a beach town, really
sir,
nice little beach area.
YouTube channel?
What's up, man? Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what is it called?
You want to?
We'll subscribe to you.
What's it called? San Diego Neighborhoods.
San Diego Neighborhoods? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll check it out.
Check it out, man.
Cool. I'll subscribe to you.
Leave us a comment.
Okay, I will.
Share it with your parents.
I will.
Okay. Awesome. So, nice kids. Nice kids. So, here's a really cool little spot as we turn right up here. So this, which by the way, we've just been walking up Herschel, and the street that I'm crossing right now is called Wall. So I'm gonna risk my life here, just standing in the middle of the street for a moment. All these cool little restaurants with their outdoor seating. So one of the great things that came out of COVID is all this outdoor seating all of a sudden came into existence. So pre-COVID, none of this part of it was here. Of course, the shops were here. But now, and if you look on this side, where probably the best known Mexican spot all of a sudden in San Diego County is there, it's called Puesto. Now there's all this great outdoor seating. And so, it's just one of those things where you take a negative, turn it into a positive, and COVID gave birth to all of this. And the beauty of it is that so far, at least, I don't know how long it'll last, hopefully forever, that so far all this outdoor seating has stuck around. The city hasn't made them remove it. Of course, you could see the lines down here. You see, this used to be parking. So in a parking somewhat limited area, that's, I guess, the negative to it, and why maybe the city might ask for this all to be removed at some point. But right now, hopefully forever, we are definitely going to enjoy having all this outdoor space for dining. And of course, again, this is January, right? I'm filming this on, I believe today's the 6th of January. And really great spot, recommend that. So hopefully they'll allow this to stick around, because we do have this beautiful, just, the luxury of having year-round weather, year-round outdoor just enjoyment, dining, people gathering with their friends right here in the middle of a Friday. So that's something hopefully will stick around. And then look, you have everything you can think of. So Stretch Lab, for example, is right here. You have this smart fit method. I don't know what that place is, but it's something to do with being fit. You have banks, you have yoga studios, you have coffee shops, shopping, restaurants. Well, you name the cuisine, it's all here. Cool little spot there, whiskey and leather. So a lot of really nice local feel. You'll see you're not seeing a ton of big brand. You'll get some kind of like this, but it's not like big, right? You're not gonna find a Target or a Walmart or really anything like that over here in this area. Coming up in front of us is Viewpoint, which we've pointed out on other videos, local company that's kind of taken over the you know, given tons of competition to Lululemon. People really love Vuori. I've got, gosh, I don't even want to admit to how much of that stuff I have. A lot of it. But it's really great. Check this out. Be Free Studio. So, this is a place where looks like they host ping pong tournaments, and where that's, who knows what that is. Nice little salon there, Lily Beauty. The Christian Science reading room. There's everything here, everything. So, I know my wife's new favorite brand, Aviator Nation, so they've got their little spot there. This is more me, Vuori. Definitely am into that. Right next to the bakery. Check this out. Huh? Not bad. Not bad. Pot pies. What else do you want? What else do you want? And check this. Check this out. This is my favorite thing. Lululemon, Vuori, Face Off. I'd love to get inside their books and see who's doing better. Kind of be interesting to find out. So it gives you a really good sense for the shopping, and you have, you know, all of the parallel streets are a lot like this, and it runs pretty much until you see it dead ending over there into what's going to be kind of the bottom area there on the bottom slopes of Mount Soledad. And then as what we're going to do is we'll end up all the way down that way into Windansea Beach and over toward Bird Rock. And of course, we're also going to flip over to La Jolla Shores, as has been promised a whole bunch of times on this video. So you get to look at that, and they have a really nice commercial area there too. So if you are, whether you're in Bird Rock or in La Jolla Shores, you have not as much as what you just saw here in the village. This is definitely the biggest commercial area in La Jolla, but they definitely have their commercial strips so that there's a nice enough selection of restaurants, shopping, kind of just local stuff, coffee shops, that kind of thing. Of course, if you need more, then you just make your way here to the village. So with that, let's jump over. All right, so we're right here in Bird Rock. What I'm going to do is in a minute get up to La Jolla Boulevard. I'm going to drive up so you can see everything that is the main stretch of Bird Rock. It's a bunch of shops, coffee shops, etc. It's very local, okay? So it's not the easiest to get to from a lot of parts of San Diego. So I'm going to drive you down there. We're also, of course, remember, going to take a look at some real estate. So we're going to look at real estate in different price points. Now, the challenge of doing this with you in La Jolla is there's so much different real estate at so many different price points. You could be at, hey there, you could be at $2 million, and across the street could be a $27 million house because of the ocean views or because of the construction year, because it could be newer construction, maybe right on the water. So there's so much to it that we'll be doing more videos. We'll probably do a Bird Rock specific video, we'll do a La Jolla Shore specific video, a country club specific video, and all the real estate as it relates to those very specific pockets. In the meantime, we will, of course, just as promised, deliver you at least 3 properties across La Jolla, different price points, just so you get a feel for what the streets look like and some different pockets of the neighborhood. And we'll make sure that we get that done. And like I said, I'm going to drive you down Bird Rock and give you a really good look at the lifestyle here. Do the same thing over in the La Jolla Shores. All right, welcome to La Jolla Mesa Drive. This is just up the hill from Bird Rock, a little bit of a busy street as you could tell, so gonna get some traffic here. Now, what do you get when you're over here? You get a property that is a pretty good size, 2,364 square feet at 2.875 million. A property like this would normally be more in La Jolla, except for, again, you have this busy road. You'll see the ocean is just right there, so from the top deck up that way, you'll definitely get some ocean views and you'll be able to see that. Something to just note about the property is it's in really great shape. It's been remodeled in many areas. It has a really nice kind of newer kitchen. It has a turfed backyard. Also, you'll notice there's no for sale sign here on the property. And one of the reasons for that is you're not allowed to have for sale signs. There's sign ordinances in La Jolla, so the grand majority of La Jolla, with the exception of some very small pockets in very specific neighborhoods, there are no signs. So you're not going, if you're ever driving around La Jolla wondering, gee, it looks like nothing's for sale, well, that's because for sale signs are just not allowed, but this is indeed on the market as of the time of this recording. Also, from a location standpoint, I should mention, again, Bird Rock just down the road, La Jolla Village way up that way. Behind me, which is south, that's south right there, that would be North Pacific Beach, and then of course into Pacific Beach, into Mission Beach, and finally into and connecting to the downtown area, right? Point Loma, Ocean Beach, all of that is that way. So that's kind of where we're situated here. Pretty convenient to get down south. As I've mentioned before, not so much to go north. So with that, let's skip over to the next property and you'll get a better feel for the different options. Again, there's so many options that we'll do more videos in the different pockets and neighborhoods within La Jolla so that you get a really good feel for it. And of course, if there's something specific you're looking for, we'll just send that right over to you. Let us know. It's our job to make it easy. All right, we're almost at the next property that I'm going to show you, that $1.65 million property, but I'm going to make a personal stop right here. So this house, this little tiny, just little house, little shack almost. So this is actually a really personal place for me because my wife, when I met her, this is where she lived. What's happening? So this is where she lived. And this is, so I literally met her right on this lawn. And I ended up spending a really beautiful and significant part of my life kind of right here, developing a relationship with her. We were in our 20s, of course. Now we're in our 40s. We have 3 kids. And so anytime I'm really, I just, it's hard for me to not stop here and just think about the amazing just times we had with friends on this lawn right here and the 4th of July's and the walks down to the beach. We're about to look at a property on Marine Street, which is just around the corner, and we would walk to Marine Street. Marine Street also has a beach access, and we'd get down there, watch the sunset on a regular basis, and it's just a really special place for us. So this is Cuvier, little tiny shack right there, still there, which is awesome, hasn't been redeveloped. And the heart of La Jolla, the village, is just down here, so tons of commercial space here. We'd go walking and we'd go eat and spend the day and then walk right back. So it's the kind of place where you could easily go the entire weekend not touching your car. And so anyway, I just thought I would share a little piece of myself with you and just pay tribute here to good old Cuvier. So with that, let's jump over and see what you could have for $1.65 million right here in La Jolla, and then we're going to go and bump up big time in price point as we approach La Jolla shores. All right, here's what you can get. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, okay? 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, walking distance, and I'm talking across the street walking distance, to the beach. Beautiful sunsets. This is the sunset I was talking about where my wife and I would, when we were just dating in that little house, we'd walk right down there. This is Marine Street, and it's just a really great location. Okay, so this is, you can be at $1.65 million in La Jolla, walking distance to tons of commercial space, restaurant, Mexican little shops, pizza shops, taco stands, everything you want. And the heart of La Jolla Shores is just down the road over there, where we showed you a ton of content earlier. The McLaren dealership right there. And anyway, it's this building behind me. So if you take a look at the building right here behind me, you can have 1,332 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, new kitchen paint, new floors. Really just a great place. Very basic, just a basic development. There's nothing, no frills really on this on this building, but the frills are pretty much your environment, right? It's getting across the street to the beach. It's walking up the street and all these quiet little pockets that are up this way, and just having one of San Diego's best addresses at 1.65. So yeah, it's money. Okay, it's gonna be hard to have a big conversation in La Jolla at much, not in the 7 figures, but it's La Jolla. And so when you're going to La Jolla, that's just what you have to expect. There's so many other areas in San Diego County that are amazing with completely different price points. But La Jolla still has, like I've been mentioning, diversity of price point when you can go from 1.65 with 3 bedrooms with that kind of proximity to the ocean. And then of course you could jump up into the $40 million range also. So anyway, here we are on Marine Street. Gives you a really good feel for what you could have at 1.65. The next property we look at is going to be much higher price point, and we're going to jump over now to grab a look at La Jolla Shores. So one of the most coveted addresses in all of La Jolla is La Jolla Shores. This is a neighborhood everyone wants to be at. One of the reasons why is, first of all, you have the beach right there, beautiful big sandy beach, and we'll go take a look at it. But also you have quick in and out access like we've been talking about. So now you see I'm on a really busy road, okay? So this particular street, this is gonna be the lowest price point that we're gonna be able to access in La Jolla Shores. This house right here, okay, that one, boom, there it is. That house is on the market right now, 5 bedrooms, 3 baths with 2,569 square feet. Now this property, just to give you a little more detail on it, this is, and I'll grab a look at this, 1975 build, okay? So it's a 1975 build. Not a recent update, but not terribly outdated. It was kind of updated in the previous market. So it does have 5 bedrooms and 3 baths, which is a ton of space for this area, and that's listed at $3.75 million, okay? So 375. Now, what I want to show you, just kind of moving myself up here, is once you get off this main street, then up into these hills up above, it gets quiet, it gets really, really pretty, kind of a little bit of a Beverly Hills feel with all the hedges that you'll find, and the streets just get calm. So it's something where now that we're just simply off that road and moving up over here, which is on the east side. Okay, so we're moving east and a little bit away from the beach, tiny bit. It's very much walking distance. Every house behind me here is walking distance to the beach. But all of a sudden, price point, we're definitely over $4 million on everything, and surrounded by homes that are $5 million and $7 million. And as you move up the hill, 8 and 9 and 12 and even 15, $20 million plus with the big views. And also you get some much larger properties up there. So gives you a feel for kind of what a quieter location within La Jolla Shores would be like. I'm gonna head back down though and show you the commercial area, sense for what La Jolla Shores looks like right here, and kind of just, you know, it's hard to find a lot of footage online with this sort of just experience. So glad to share it with you, and I think you're really gonna like what I'm about to show you. All right, so this is La Jolla Shores. Again, one of the best beach parking lots anywhere in the county. This is a place where there's just always families and kids and teenagers, and just it's a well taken care of place. You see the lifeguards right here. That's way down that way. But look right here how much calmer the waves are. That also gives you a sense for why this is the family beach. Again, relatively empty right now. We're here in January, but this is a place where on a beautiful, whether it be spring through fall day, you jump in the water here. The cliffs of Torrey Pines are just right there. The golf course where the Farmers Open and all that takes place is just on top of those cliffs. The famed glider port, which is just gorgeous, one of my favorite places anywhere in San Diego County, and we'll definitely be sure to show you the glider port, is also right on top of those cliffs. So there you go. Now all these homes up above us have amazing views, and there's no better place for us to cut this video out than we're gonna head up to the War Memorial, and I'm gonna show you the best views in the county, probably period. All right, what a perfect place to end the video. We are here at the La Jolla War Memorial. So you'll see there's pictures of all the veterans here, San Diego natives that have served for our country, and probably the best views anywhere in San Diego County. I'm gonna walk around this place and just give you a look. It's amazing. You can actually, on a clearer day, we'd be able to look straight into Mexico from here. But if I turn around the downtown area, it's right there. So this strip of land, it's that's Mission Beach right there. So you have the ocean on one side, you have the bay on the other, you have downtown. It is just absolutely spectacular. Jump over here. You want to know exactly what's happening and staying up to date on the market, we'll make it all really easy for you. And right now, as I approach down this way, what a perfect little place for us to check out. If you're thinking about making the move to La Jolla, every single day we get text messages, emails, phone calls. So we'll look forward to meeting with you